All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Black Bullion Show. I noticed in the comments section that some of you were a bit disheartened by the severe 15% drop in silver that we got. And I wanted to make this video to give you guys some consolation, as I really think silver will still have more room to rise. You know, this isn't the end by any means, guys, so don't worry too much. And I'll give you my reasons why shortly. But first, if you're new to this channel, please hit that big red subscribe button right down below. Also, please hit the like button. Helps to get this economic evangelism right on out there to the masses to bring more people into precious metals. Okay, so we have a new one here from Kitco entitled, "Silver loses 15% in one day. Who cares?" Now, this author makes a point that if we're going to be with silver in its extreme upswings, we have to learn how to also be with it in its extreme downswings. And because silver is such a volatile metal, we have to always keep that in mind, that both will happen. So let's take a look at why this analyst still feels comfortable holding silver. So let's take a look here. Silver fundamentals remain intact. Unlike gold, which is mostly a monetary metal, silver is also an industrial metal. That means it reacts positively to safe haven buying, selling, as well as industrial buying and selling. So with stimulus packages and money printing to no end, silver will continue to rise as a safe haven. We've seen stocks climb thanks to endless easy money. To some extent, the market is pricing in a government-induced recovery of sorts, which will boost industries that use silver. Silver is the most reflective and conductive metal around, and is indispensable in the latest tech, solar panels, semiconductors, and so on. It's also naturally antibacterial, and that's why silver is being bought for industrial purposes as well as monetary. On the investment side, silver demand was up 10% in the first half of 2020, led by ETFs along with silver coins and bars. Holdings in silver ETFs reached a fresh all-time high of 925 million ounces globally by June 30th. Meanwhile, mine supply is expected to drop by 7% in 2020 as compared to 2019. The key takeaway is that despite silver's gut-wrenching sell-off, the downside is likely not over. More importantly, silver will bounce back and probably set new highs for the year. My target on the upside is for silver to reach $34 by year's end. As I track silver's moves, I'll be sure to let you know when I think silver has bottomed and looks set to resume its climb. So the main thing that he says to keep in mind is that the overall fundamentals behind the initial silver charge are still in play here. We even have a continuation of it with the new stimulus. You know, it even has this guy to the point of seeing silver at $34 an ounce by the end of the year. Also, we have to keep in mind silver's relationship with perspective to gold. Here is another article from MSN and also US News entitled, "Is Silver a better bet over," man, all of these ads, "Silver a better bet over sky high gold prices?" So let's take a look here, because this author reminds us of silver's relationship with gold in a sense that I think is really important to show. So here we are. Impact of the gold-silver ratio. The gold-silver ratio compares the number of ounces of silver it takes to buy 1 ounce of gold. The gold to silver ratio is now about 1 to 74, which means that 1 ounce of gold buys 74 ounces of silver. The ratio in modern times has averaged 1 to 60, says Edmund Moy, who served as the 38th director of the U.S. Mint from 2006 to 2011. If the historical ratio is 1 to 60 and the current ratio is 1 to 74, either gold is overpriced or silver is underpriced, he says. If silver is underpriced, there is great upside to investing in silver. While gold has had more of a run than silver, over the longer term, silver would need to appreciate more to go back to its normal gold to silver ratio, Blonsky says. Since the gold-silver ratio has hit historic highs a few months ago, silver remains extremely cheap relative to gold prices, says Edward Egelinski, managing director, head of alternative investments at Direxion, a New York-based fund provider. Over the last few months, that price ratio has started to narrow, resulting in silver's relative outperformance to gold, he says. The price of silver could continue to rise. There is still room for silver to move higher based on its long-term historic price ratios average, Egelinski says. Now, you have to remember that what caused the ratio to widen so much in the first half of 2020 was gold's continued uptrend. You know, it was getting all of the love pretty much during that time. Silver has just now joined the party. So as the ratio starts to decrease, we have to remember that silver has been lagging behind gold. That means between the two, I expect silver to continue to outperform gold in the near future. So guys, I hope that has given you some solace. These daily price swings can sometimes be a little bit tricky, but just remember to keep the gold and silver faith. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion.